So this is the funnel that we use to fill our personal training studios, and it's working today to get about 3 to 5 new clients every single week and makes us somewhere around a 3 to 6x return on ad spend. So I'll walk you through how this works so you can see for yourself. So the first step is, of course, the Facebook ad. So we have a lead ad on Facebook. It's going to collect the person's name, email, phone number. And then from there, when they come through the advert, they're then taken to a booking page. So we have a calendar embedded on the page and they can book in a consultation at our studio. Now what will happen is probably only about 10% of the leads are going to book in themselves. The vast majority of the leads will require manual appointment setting, and that's where the bulk of the results come from. So if you're trying to just automate this, you're leaving a lot of money on the table. So what happens is then if they've opted in but they have not booked the consultation, we begin our appointment setting system. This is a combination of phone calls, WhatsApp messages, SMS, email, and we do a whole lot of different things to get a really good response rate. And ultimately, we look to get about 50% of our leads booked in on a consultation. Sometimes 60%, but on average, a minimum of 50% is what you should be aiming for. Now, when the person is booked in, either they did it themselves on the calendar or our appointment setters did it. Either way, we then begin the reminder sequence. We trigger a reminder sequence so that we can get the max number of people turning up to the consultation, because the more people who show up, the more people we can offer a service to and the more money we're going to make. So the reminder sequence goes out. This again will get us around about 50 to 60% show up rate, and that's pretty good numbers. So about 50-60% come to the consultation. Now when you get the client or the prospect in person with you in the consultation, you want to have a high ticket selling process here. You only want to have a premium offer at this point. If someone is qualified enough to come and see you in person, you shouldn't really be selling for anything under £600 or about $800 US. So in that case, if you're offering personal training, or that's anything up to 6 people per group, I would recommend your offer be somewhere between £600 to £1,000 to start with. If you're doing large groups, you can offer anything from £300 to £600 to start, but it's not worth doing a consultation for anything under that amount. If you're going to close under £300, just close over the phone and save yourself some time. So that's the funnel. If we run some numbers, because you've got to get the KPIs to work on this. So let's say, for example, you have £1,000 a month ad spend budget. So what you'd be looking at is if you put £1,000 into this funnel, let's be conservative here and say that you pay £25 a lead. It's very expensive. So even with high lead costs, watch how the ROI works on this funnel. So let's say you put £1,000 in and you pay £25 a lead. That would give you 40 leads a month coming in. So let's say 40 leads come in, you spend £1,000, and you then book 50% of those, which is 20, into a consultation. Then let's say again, just 50% turn up. You've got 10 people attending the consultation. And let's say again, you close only 50%. Our coaches will close much higher than that. So let's say worst case, you close 50%, which means you would get 5 sales. Let's say your average sale amount is just 697 multiplied by 5. That gives you £3,485 in upfront cash. So you put 1,000 in, and you make 3,500 back within 48 hours of the person going into the funnel. So that's where you get your 3x minimum return from. And ultimately then after this point, the process continues because then you want to look at getting upsells, you want to generate referrals from clients, and you want to ascend the client from your front end program into a long-term 6 to 12 month program where the real lifetime value comes out. And when we do that, this is where we start getting like 5 or 10x return on what we invested to acquire the customer. So that's the funnel. If you want more help with this or you want to have more questions, just shoot me a message. But this is the breakdown, and this is how you're going to fill your PT studio.